What's up? Adrian Zavala here, and I'm laying down. Just got done, and that was a great workout. And I wanted to I thought I'd hop on here and talk to you about the the two tips that were on my heart here to help you connect with your niche. Because a lot of us, I don't know about you, but connecting with people is really important because wasting time is not a good use of your time. And so let me say that again, connecting with the right people, it's important because I value my time and I know you do too. So I hope these two tips are going to help you connect better with people. And let me say this as I guess you could say a warning or a disclosure or whatever. You're going to scare people away. You're going to push people away with these next two tips, but that's a good thing because those people were not the right people. And so you got to realize that there are people around your life right now, people that maybe you're building a business and you're connecting with, but they're not the right people. And so if you follow these next two tips, you're going to push those people away probably. You're probably going to turn them off, and that's okay because they weren't your people, you're not their people. You know what I mean? And so that's just in other words of saying you can't fix everything with just a hammer. You know what I mean? Like people need different tools for different problems in their life. You got your own set of unique tools of how to help people. And so I just thought I kind of disclose that first. But what I want to tell you is, I guess tip number one is you gotta say what matters to people who care. Say what matters to people who care, because you know a lot of maybe you do this or not. I don't know, but you try to, as you're building your business, you try to have different solutions for different people, and you're just trying to connect with everyone. And at the end of the day, you're just kind of speaking into this endless world of social media, and you're like a little voice. And what you got to do instead is you got to focus on having some clarity. So for example, Dave Ramsey, okay, he's one of my mentors. He's clear. He's got a bunch of things going on. Okay, he's got debt, right? He's got retirement. He's got investments. He's got cash flow. He's got entrepreneurship. He's got just different things, right? But at the end of the day, he's clear on this one message, that everything is built around this single message. And that is to be debt-free. If you're debt-free, then you can do everything that he talks about. Give me just a second. Go to your room, guys. Go to your rooms. So they get loud. They get real loud. You guys know what I mean if you have kids, you know what I mean. So that's tip number one. It's be clear. Be clear about your message because you got to connect with the right people. And so just talk about what matters to people who care. And this is why I say in the beginning, you're going to scare some people away. And that's okay. That way you're not wasting your time. So maybe that has to do with your product. Maybe that has to do with your business. You just got to connect with the right people. So what is your message? What are you trying to solve? What's the thing that makes you the most angry? What's the thing that gets you out of bed, right? Keeps you up at night, whatever it is. What is that one thing? I know it's really difficult, but you got to realize that you got to start with one thing. Because again, I'll use Dave Ramsey as an example. He started with being debt-free, and from there, teaching people how to become debt-free. And from there, after a while, he was able to venture out into helping people with investments, helping people with retirement, helping people with entrepreneurship. But he started with being debt-free. What's your beginning? Everyone has a beginning. You got to choose yours. And so just don't be afraid to start. That's the biggest thing. So that's my tip number one. Tip number two, it's really simple. But again, it's kind of, let me just tell you, what's in it for me? That's what you got to ask yourself. What's in it for me? That's what you ask yourself whenever you're shopping. So keep that in mind, that your customers, your potential customers, they're asking themselves the exact same question. You know, what's in it for me? So stop talking so much about your awesome shake or your amazing coffee, your keto stones, or your I don't know, digital currency, your gold, your whatever, your eyelashes. Hey guys, go to your room, please. Eyelashes, your amazing clothing line. What else do people sell? Makeup, jewelry, right? People don't care about how amazing your stuff is. They just want to know what's in it for me. So what you can do instead of talking about all the features and all the little things, talk about the benefits. Like what's it so the features is one thing, but the benefit is another. And really take some time to kind of chew on that, digest it a little bit, because it takes practice. And once you get going, you get better at it. And so, you know, for example, let's say you're in weight loss. Okay, what's the weight loss going to do for me, though? Hey, you actually get to wear that dress you haven't worn in a while. And so that's amazing, right? And so remind yourself that others are asking themselves, what's in it for me? And so that kind of goes without saying that you've got to take some time to investigate a little bit and find out what people really want from your product. So when you're talking to a customer or a potential customer, find out what their goals are. If you don't know what their goals are, how can you actually offer something? Like, you don't know your solution is actually fixing a problem that they have. How do you know you have a solution when you don't know anything about the problem to begin with? And so I really hope this helps you, encourages you to connect with people, connect with your niche, and really be happier about the process. Because I think a lot of us, you know that the process, it's all in the process. It's not in the results, it's in the process. You got to fall in love with the process, because that's where it's at. And the way you do that is by having some clarity on those steps. What is it? How do I show up every day? And if you show up with these two tips alone, maybe, I'm not saying you're gonna have an overnight successful business, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna connect with people and you're gonna show up with a different attitude, maybe even a lot of gratitude, because you get to connect with people, and you get to maybe even make some friends. And so I really hope this helps you. I put together 5 tips on how to create a curiosity post. I know that's kind of big right now, but a lot of people suck at it. And so maybe you want 5 tips on how to create a curiosity post. If you do, I'll be happy to share that with you. Just shoot me a message, but I gotta run. See you tonight. Peace.